Hey everybody, I am Elisha Christopher. Thanks for tuning in. It's another beautiful day in the garden. And let's begin, as always, by taking a breath together. So if you will, breathe in. And let go. And so today, I want to talk to you about the power of inertia. And inertia is a principle in the universe that says that an object in space that is in motion will remain in motion unless it is interacted with, blocked, bumped, gravity, things like that have an effect. But there's a principle that says an object in motion will remain in motion. The law of inertia, the principle of inertia, also states that an object that is not in motion will remain not in motion. So inertia is this principle of sustaining, of maintaining, of sort of keeping going whatever is. And in the Hindu mythology, they refer to these powers of the universe through deity, and there's the great triad, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma is the creator, the one that all things come from, and the new beginnings of all things. Vishnu is the sustainer or the maintainer, the one that keeps the balance and holds things as they are. And then there's Shiva, the great destroyer, the one who brings chaos, so that chaos and change and death, so that new beginning can come. And so in the universe, this principle of inertia reminds me of the presence of Vishnu, the sustainer or the maintainer, the one that holds things in balance. And if we realize for ourselves that we are the universe happening, and that the laws of the universe are also happening in, through, and as us, then inertia is also a power of mind. It's a power in which we can use to work with the universe. And as a longtime procrastinator, I have learned over the course of my life that not doing can lead to a pattern of not doing. Or thinking I'm going to do something later leads to a lot of things happening later and less things happening now. And that inertia is this force that really holds us in whatever state we are in. And as my struggles with depression have taught me throughout my life, that it's very easy to spiral into a state of mind and then remain there, and oftentimes sink deeper and deeper and deeper into it the longer that we're there, whether it's boredom, whether it's unrest, whether it's anxiety or anger or depression or excitement or joy, enthusiasm, forward movement. Whatever it is that we engage in tends to be much easier to continue to engage in. And, as I've talked about before, our brains are these wonderful feedback loop machines that give us back the experience that we're having on repeat in a way that we are slowly moving through change, but we are actually sort of repeating certain expected patterns on a constant basis, and that's how we project the reality around us. And we're moving through it frame by frame by frame by frame, but it's moving so fast that we don't actually see it happening. And that inertia is this great force that when we engage with it as a force of creation, and we are engaging in it in a way of doing things and engaging a flow and building a cycle in our life and working on projects and finding our manifestive and creative energy, inertia will keep us moving. But inertia can also be that force that keeps us still and keeps us from doing. And I know for so many people right now, there's been this kind of state of being locked in for quite some time now. And I have a feeling that many people are starting to feel really locked into their patterns of boredom or fear or unrest or not knowing what to do, or being in this sort of in-between state of how to interact and be with things. And I want to encourage us all to do the hardest thing, which is to break out of the inertia, which is to take a step in a different direction and choose a way to move into a different movement if we're feeling the stuckness, if we're feeling like we've been bogged down for so long and we're not really knowing what to do. It's because the inertia of not doing, or the inertia of stuckness, or the inertia of fear has taken over, and now that experience is perpetuating itself around us. And that we have to overcome the inertia sometimes in order to get moving. But once we get moving, then the inertia takes over again, and oftentimes the excitement of cleaning, of organizing, of starting a project oftentimes leads to the next project or the next idea or the next thing. And so if we can begin to engage with this principle of inertia and recognize when it's happening, that's the first step. If I'm feeling stuck or if I'm feeling in motion, I need to recognize that that's where I am, and to recognize that wherever I am is going to perpetuate me being there more. And so if I want to break out of that in either direction, maybe I'm doing too much and I need to slow down, or maybe I'm not doing enough and I need to get up and do something. The hardest part is to break the inertia and transition into the other state where inertia can take over. But it's the movement out of movement or non-movement that is the transition place that is oftentimes the hardest place to move. And then the only way to do that is to do something in the now, is to be as present as we can to the now moment and not think about doing the thing later, but actually saying, okay, if I want to change this habit, I'm going to get up and do it right now. If I want to begin a project, I'm going to do it right now. You know, yesterday I was so in the inertia of my day, and so many different little projects and ideas and interactions had taken over that it was so, I had gotten lost in the flow of my day in a really beautiful way. But at 11 o'clock last night, I looked back and went, oh my God, I never made a video today. I was so in the inertia and in the movement that I actually forgot some things that I was supposed to be doing. And so it's this balancing act of participating in that energy that can keep us moving, but also looking at how to stop the cycle when we need to pull out, to rest, or if we're stuck in it, to wake ourselves up and to begin to move forward again. Because inertia can be a power that we can harness greatly, and that if we do, it can really support us. But if it takes over us and is sort of creating our circumstances for us without our awareness or our participation, it could be a big enemy. And so look for the power of inertia in your life today and see if there's any places where you need to overcome that thing that is holding you where you are, and allow yourself to step out and find the inertia of doing something differently, and then allow that new energy to take over. So thanks for watching. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please subscribe to my channel, and if you think you might know someone who's willing or interested in hearing what I'm saying, share the video or my channel with a friend. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.